EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We're getting set for kickoff in here. Partner, I'm really focused on the start of this game. Both teams emphasized what happens here right at the jump.
And that's why so many of these teams spend so much time all week, Mike, on what they call their opening script. It's not just a series of plays that they like and they just kind of throw darts at the wall. It's how do you unmask the defense? How do you set up future plays and future possessions as the game unfolds? So much time and energy is spent on these first couple drives. I'm with you. I'm excited to see how do they come out, how aggressive, and where do they think the weaknesses of their opponent lie.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Willis. Quickly to the outside and complete. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. Powerful running there. Stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
We'll get this to about midfield. Robert Spillane spills him there. 2nd down and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
Willis. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be...
Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction?
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the handoff, it's Johnson. Whoa! And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
Pistol snap to Willis. That's complete to his big tight end. Dallas got him. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a toss left side for Johnson. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Second and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the Packers' 30-yard line.
To throw, here's Willis. That'll be caught right side by the rookie wideout. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Another Washington Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Rachaad White. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Another run here with White. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Now Willis. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. Willis now to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Packers.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning.
Oh, big hole left side. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Green Bay.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
A little bit easier following the penalty, and the kick is good.
Commanders nothing.
Closing seconds of this first half, and this kickoff is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Willis now to throw. This is caught down that right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. He'll bang that one through. The motion man here is McLaurin. They face second down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 5-yard line.
A run here with Johnson. Great run there. He gets this up close to the 30-yard line.
5 yards on the play. That's good for Washington.
On first down, right back to Johnson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man, downfield, he's got his tight end Goddard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. This one caught at the 4. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Johnson. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. He'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Throwing Willis. And that is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders will signal for the first. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
He fields it at the 8. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. This drive will start on the ground, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Willis. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles here, and a penalty. Looks like somebody moved early up front. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line. They need one right now. 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Got his man at the 6, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Commanders. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Willis to throw. That'll be intercepted. And he is going to score! A pick 6 for the touchdown. 2nd half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
A short one taken at the 10. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Willis. Now right on the heels of the pick 6, he is intercepted. Picked off by Adoree Jackson.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Second down and 3. Here's Willis. Quick throw, taken in. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Brings up third down and 2.
Viking 18. Cougar 19. Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Second and a yard.
Come on.
Now it's White. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
Hey, check that.
Whoa! And he's in! Touchdown, Washington.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. First and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing now from the gun. This one complete to Jordan. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Green Bay first down. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. So it's a win here for the Commanders. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruise to victory. That'll do it for us. For my partner, Greg Olson, our entire team, Mike Tirico, this has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out on X at EA Sports_Mutt. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.